Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's review we're going to be checking out Layers of Fear 2. Now, as per usual, I do apologize for taking a few days, but I like to play these games as much as possible and not just play it for 30 minutes to review it. In this case I do have the Platinum Trophy, so we have 100%ed this game, so hopefully we know what we're talking about. Anyway, just like its first game, Layers of Fear 2 is a psychological horror game. Now, in the first game you played as an artist, and in the second one you play as an actor. I'm going to say straight at the start here that Layers of Fear 2 is a lot more psychological than number 1, whereas 1 had a lot more like jump scares and stuff like that. I'm not saying this is either a good thing or a bad thing, that just comes down to personal taste. But yeah, if you're more into jump scares, then maybe this isn't your thing, but we'll get to that in a second. A few things make this game different from the rest of the horror or psychological horror games. Now, there are a few puzzle elements in this game, but there's definitely not as much as a game like Resident Evil or stuff like that, and the few puzzles there are in this game, they are actually very, very easy. Apart from that, stuff that makes it different, there aren't really any hide scenes like in Amnesia or anything like that, where you have to hide in a closet or hide in anywhere really to escape an enemy. There are a few chase scenes, but they're pretty straightforward and linear and pretty short. They're still pretty intense though, but they're not really chase scenes where you're going to have to like choose a specific path or hide in a specific place. They're very straightforward. So really, with all that said, it kind of makes this game a bit of a walking simulator, or at least a running simulator at that, I guess, but a very, very good one. The twisted world around you, the story is also unique, and the voice acting is absolutely spot on.
Ravaged by madness, rotten with sin, watching the stars, but never really seeing them.
All of this together will put you into one of the deepest and well put together stories I have ever seen. Obviously you will have to play through it a few times to completely understand it. I have played through it a total of 7 or 8 times, and there's still maybe a few things that you don't quite get. But let's just say that the layers part of the title actually makes a lot more sense in this one. There are multiple stories going on at the same time that you can understand a bit better if you do get all the collectibles and stuff like that. You follow the sad story of the character's past, the story of what's happened to the crew of this boat we're on, and the story of the formless man, which is the director of this movie. Also, we do get to witness how the ship that we're on starts to decay as the game goes on, as we advance through the chapters. There's also a choice you pick in every act that will lead you to one of the 3 endings, so this gives you even more reason to play through the game multiple times. And to be honest, for a $30 game, this is not a short game. Maybe the second or third time through it will take you probably an hour and a half or something like that, but the first time you go through it, it will take you approximately 3 to 4 hours easily, since this is kind of like not exactly the game that you would run through, especially if you are playing this alone at 3 AM with headsets on. You're going to take your time with this and probably just take a breather every now and then as well, because even though there's not as much jump scares, this is a very, very creepy game. But what really makes this game amazing is just the world that you are in. It's so strange, it's like nothing makes sense, but at the same time everything means something in a really deep way. It's so unique, and it doesn't really have many jump scares like we said, but it is just so creepy and so depressing, and it's just got an amazing attention to detail that you're always trying to kind of make sense of it all, and as soon as you see something, you're just like, what could this mean? Has this something to do with the actor's past? Does it mean something about the boat? You just really think about everything you see, and because it makes so little sense at the start, you really do take your time thinking about all of this. And I'm just going to go ahead and say that even though I have played the game 7 times, there are still certain parts that creep me out every time I get there, and really don't like to hang around those specific parts of the game. With all that said, as far as performance goes, this is all recorded on a normal PS4 and everything runs absolutely smoothly and perfectly. The only really small thing I noticed was that if you go through an area very quickly, sometimes you had to wait like a few seconds to open some of the doors that aren't really supposed to be locked. I'm not really sure if this is just a PS4 thing, if it happens on the PS4 Pro, or if it happens on PC or on Xbox. I really don't know. But yeah, for $30, I think this is an absolute must buy. For me, it is an easy 9 out of 10, and this is a truly unique game that really does shine in this day and age. So Layers of Fear 2 is now available on PS4, Xbox One and PC. So hopefully this review was helpful, guys. If it was, please go like and subscribe. Remember, you can support the channel more directly by becoming a member down below, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Life ends, another begins. One